to Las Vegas Motor Speedway, the entertainment capital of the world. We are under qualifying conditions here for the 911FleetServices.com Cup Series. Part of the Sidewinder Racing Leagues as you watch Jay Richter in 02 make his way around this 1.5 mile track on his getting up to speed lap. Drivers will get 2 laps to set their best time as we determine our starting lineup for this 21 car grid. Watch Richter hustle that car around. See what he's able to put down on his first lap since he was the first one out. Should give us that benchmark for everyone else to shoot for. Running pretty high that lap. .888, which for some reason shows as a 905. That's weird. Horton to the top of the charts. Black and gold Foxfire food machine. Teammate Peter Therio in second. Dan Rieberchak third. Lilith Peters, new colors for this 01 with the Foxfire foods. In that 4th spot right now. Much Horton's second lap. See how it stacks up. A little quicker, 30.134. Hoyt's much quicker though. Second lap goes to a 30.130. Not enough gold in this car for Lucas. Needs more gold. Let's see what Talmadge is able to do. Second lap quicker goes to a 30.210. Be at the 3rd spot. Mike Edwards goes 7th quick on his first lap. Cody Cleaver then boots him, takes over 7th for himself. Jeremy Scherer goes 8th quick. All of these drivers on their first lap. Blake McClung goes to 9th, also on his first lap. Seems like a bunch of guys went out together about halfway. Also on track, you have Ethan Evers, Thomas Green, Jeremy Eggman. Cody Cleaver and Mike Edwards complete their qualifying. Both jump up ahead of Lucas Weissman. Cleaver first, Edwards second. Shoot Jeremy Scherer in the Lions car. He stays down in 8th. Blake McClung jumps to 6th in the Pennzoil machine. Jeremy Eggman clocks in 12th. Thomas Green first lap puts him 13th. Eggman second lap moves him up to 9th. So we watch Jake Lawrence come to the line. 30.4. Put Jake 11th. Ethan Evers out on track coming to the stripe. 30.43. That should put him 13th. Thomas Green jumps up to 6th on his second lap. Outstanding second lap there for Thomas Green. Evan Clapper on track. Be the 16th car to put down a qualifying effort. 22 total cars here. Six cars not getting out on track to take a qualifying time. Evan Clapper's been doing very well in the points. Ethan Evers' second lap moves him up to 9th. Evan Clapper may only get one shot at this. May not get that second lap in. It's going to be real close. But as time ticks past that 30-second mark, he will not be able to get that second lap in. So this is going to be the only one for Clapper. Where does he go? 30.293. Pretty sporty. Slots himself in at 9th. That is going to do it for qualifying as Clapper will not get back around. No other cars on track. Let's go check in with the 2 of Cody Cleaver. Cody, DG, you got me? Hello.
Hello.
Well, you picked up the pole for tonight's race. How do we feel about that?
Pretty good. I love this car combination. I love this track. Hopefully it leads to good results.
Good enough. Get that car out on track so I can show it off while we talk.
Fair enough. Fair enough. There you go.
There it is. All right. We got what, 106 laps here? How do we feel about the strategy tonight? And what do you think is going to play out? Do tires matter for this car as much as they did last night in Xfinity?
Roller stages in
Tires,
3
no,
coming
just
out.
because I feel like you can really drive them off. It does tighten up a little bit on the long run, but it'll be fine. So just try and drive it as long as I can, and just see where the cautions fall. Kind of go from there.
10-4. Well, good luck to you, and we'll see if we're talking to you at the end of the race.
All right, sounds good. See you, DG.
Michael,
Hi.
don't wreck Cody on lap 1.
Well, you got the idea in my head now.
All right, bud, good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, having fun with the Delta Prime guys. Let's get a starting lineup presented by Labor 12 underway here. Cody Cleaver, your pole sitter, that's Hill Valhalla Project Chevrolet. Number 2, Mike Edwards, Footwear Screen Printing, Low Gains, Elite, Labor 12, so many sponsors in that car. It's the 14 Chevy in second. Lucas Hoyts with the Labor 12 M9 Setup Chevy in third. Justin Horton, Luna Steak Sauce Chevy in fourth. Jarrett Talmadge, the K1 Race Gear Chevy starts fifth. Thomas Green, the Dale Earnhardt, 1996 Atlanta Olympics throwback scheme starts there in the 6th spot. Blake McClung, the Pennzoil Steve Park throwback, starts in the 7th spot. Peter Theriot, the VP Racing Fuels car in 8th. Evan Clapper, Piedmont Airlines Chevrolet, starts in 9th. Ethan Evers, Dockside Rides Chevy, starts in the 10th spot. Dan Rieberschott in the Hams Beer car starts 11th. Jeremy Eggman, the Come and Go Maverick Toyota, starts in 12th. Jeremy Sherritt, Detroit Lions Chevy, starts 13th. Jake Lawrence, the Ghost Energy Pink Machine, starts in 14th. Lilith Peters, Foxfire Food Chevy, 15th. Jay Richter's Footwear Screen Printing KRP Chevy, 16th. Nathan Harper, Cowboys Ford in 17th. Dave Hoytsma, Realtree Ford, 18th. Daniel Llewellyn, Labor 12 Chevy, 19th. J.R. Deal, Ghost Crew Ford in 10th. Scott Elston, the Eagle Chevy, starts in 21st. Will Asheretter, Footwear Screen Printing KRP Chevy, starts 22nd. Whew. Field works our way down the Nellis Straight, which is the backstretch at Las Vegas. It's harder to do when you're kind of like snotty and kind of stopped up. It's harder to breathe. With Delta Prime teammates on the front row, Cleaver and Edwards. And you have CTC Low Drag with Lucas Hoytsma. Bean Team with Justin Horton. And Plant Sim with Talmadge and Green. Ready for the start of the race. Green flag is in the air and we are underway from Las Vegas as Thomas Green has a blink right at the start. Worst possible time. Cars are stacking up. Thomas Green stuck out by the wall, losing position after position. Hoytsma trying to fight Edwards for second here. Field 3 wide back behind it. Edwards might actually lose the spot here. We'll see how things go. Edwards a little higher than he had to be, but given plenty of room early on, why fight that hard? Hoytsma takes second, Edwards third, Talmadge fourth. Then you have Horton fifth, Evan Clapper, Blake McClung. And Theriot's battling the 13 of Rieberschott for that 8th spot. And then we have Evers and the 15 of Scherer. Theriot bounces into the fence. It's going to stack them up a bit as they get 3 wide to the inside of Theriot. Evers the meat in that sandwich. Lilith Peters makes their way through. I don't even know what the command would do because I can't have the sounds on. 3 wide, Harper and the 68. Jake Lawrence, 95 of Eggman. If I could set it up to flash a little light on the display, it would be great. I don't know how it would do that, but it'd be awesome. Evers trying to get past Peters, get back into the top 10. Both of them go to the inside of Jeremy Scherer. Now we're 3 wide across the start-finish line. Something like that would work. Evers clears Scherer. Evers up to 9th. Peters now 10th. The front cars are singled out. Cleaver still leads Lucas Huisma. Lucas is right on his back bumper. Do we complete lap 4? Back to all the action back here. Peter Therio, Jeremy Scherer. Ethan Evers up off the bottom. Looks like he's trying to get to the outside of the 13 of Rieberchak. Scherer brushes the fence out of 2. Top 5 cars put a little bit of a gap over Evan Clapper. Three wide again back here in the back. They're having a good time. Scherer bouncing off the fence again right in front of teammate Jake Lawrence. Harper and Therio will get by. 3 of Thomas Green trying to pick his way through. His teammate Talmadge all the way up to 4th. Thomas Green slipped back on the restart because they were on the road number 3 together for the start. As we saw that blinking issue he had, lost several spots. Ethan Evers around the 44 of Clapper. Moves Evers up to that 6th spot. Clapper down to 7th. McClung and Peters battle for 8th. That is stacking up the field behind them quite a lot. Whoa, Rieberchak a little out of shape there. Hangs onto it. Nice save by the 13. Back end started to come around. Harper now into the top 10, up to the 9th spot. Therio now 10th, bouncing off the wall is Justin Green. Thomas Green hits the outside wall, and man, I hope the 5 did not come back up at that angle. Made things a little dicey back there, but could have been way worse. Nice job everyone hanging on, not bringing out a caution there. Cleaver still leads Huisma by the slimmest of margins. You have Edwards, Talmadge, Ethan Evers as he's gone around the outside of Justin Horton to take over the 5th spot. Harper now 6th, Clapper in 7th, Lilith Peters, Nathan Harper 8th and 9th, Peter Therio 10th. So Bean Team occupying 8, 9, and 10, and 11 with Eggman. The whole team's running right there together. Just about 10% of the way through. Shout out D-Waddy Bama, whatever you're up to. Evan Clapper, Lilith Peters, Nathan Harper, Peter Therio, Jerry Eggman, side by side with Jake Lawrence. Had to go back outside the top 10 to find a side-by-side battle. Oof. Cars nearly made contact from corner entry to 3. Actually, that was 1. Get confused. Another lap complete. Eggman hanging tough on the outside line. And you have Scherer, Richter, Rieberchak, Blake McClung, Thomas Green. I can't believe the whole top 10 single file. But because of that, you can see what they're doing. They're pulling away from these guys battling side by side for 11th. Gap's up over 1.3, so Eggman will not be picking up the draft any longer. Now Richter on the outside of Scherer. That didn't sound good. Ethan Evers has had a moment. Everyone's scattering around him. Oh, Eggman gets a little piece of him. Rieberchak trying to hang on to it. Is Rieberchak going to save that 13? He's still trying to save it. Oh, hang on to it. Outstanding. Oh my gosh. To keep that to a 1-car incident and not take out the whole field, that was actually a really good job. Lucas Huisma's going for the lead here. Cody Cleaver up off the bottom. We need a replay of all that stuff that just went down at the end of lap 13. But we have a change for the lead while that's going on. Weitzel gets to the inside of Cleaver. Moves his Labor 12 Chevy up to the point. Cody Cleaver second, Mike Edwards third, Jarrett Talmadge fourth. They've driven away from Evan Clapper, Lilith Peters. Ethan Evers was in the middle of all that, and then got wrecked and sent to pit road in the 8 car. See what happens to Ethan. Looks like the car gets loose all on its own. Starts to step out on him, and around he goes. Swice, thanks so much for the resub. Appreciate you, my friend, as we watch what happened to Ethan Evers. Sends him to the pit lane. He is now a lap down. Weitzman leads by less than 2/10 over Cody Cleaver. Talmadge third, Edwards fourth. Evan Clapper, see the gap back to 5th now. Over a second back. Been green since the start. Already have one race this week go caution free. That was the ARCA race. Harper and Dario. Dario closing in on the back bumper of that Cowboys Mustang. Jeremy Scherer pushed up the hill a bit. Thomas Green and Blake McClung getting through. Scherer falls to 15th. J.R. Deal 16th. Dave Hoytsma 17th. Scott Elston 18th. Daniel Wallen 19th. Will Asherbrenner 20th. Reberchuk saw all the things he had to do to not wreck his race car. Still out there on a lead lap, but only by about 9 seconds ahead of our leader. So Vegas, typically notorious for tire eating. So far, Hoytsma has been putting in about 0.3 of a lap slower than his best lap. I think a number of drivers seeing similar fall off as Peters and Evan Clapper battle for the 5th spot. Also looks like Talmadge is going to try to get by Cody Cleaver for the 2nd spot. Right on board Mike Edwards while we watch this battle. Cleaver trying to hang tough. Drove it in there pretty good. Not quite able to stay alongside though. See if he ducks back to the inside going into 3. Decided not to push that issue this early on. See Talmadge get a little slideways there. Now Edwards is going to try and pass his teammate Cody Cleaver. Cody bounces it off the wall coming out of turn number 2. Justin Horton may have just done the same thing back here in 6th, battling with Lilith Peters. 39 car all the way up against the fence. See Harper and Dario both committing to the bottom behind Peters. I believe Horton just hit the wall again out of 2. That's going to cost him 2 spots, if not 3. We'll see if Dario can follow through. So far, Dario cannot. Horton going to stay to the outside. Weitzman leads Talmadge by almost 0.3. Cleaver another 0.3 back. Edwards another 0.3 back. And then a gap back to Clapper of 1.3. Then we have Nathan Harper and Lilith Peters battling for 6th. And this battle here. Horton and Dario for 8th. It's like Lilith Peters in the 01, out of shape, losing a couple spots. See how Peters got crossed up coming off turn 2, I would imagine. Bounces off the fence, sends it towards the inside wall. It's able to recover the race car before it hit anything harder than that. Talmadge closing in on our leader. 91-97. Even the 95 of Eggman's in the top 9. Good time for the 9s. At least the 90 cars. Looks like Lilith Peters taking the 01 to the pit lane, much like Ethan Evers had to do when he smacked the wall. Wonder if that's an early fast repair for the 01 team. Evers just took what looks like a fast repair for the 8, but Peters looks like taking full service here. At 14.6 for the stop for Peters, so that's 4 tires bolted onto the 01 car. So Huisman still out front, with Talmadge knocking on the door. So Horton and Therio, a couple of Bean Team teammates, 8th and 9th. Eggman's ahead of them now in 7th. All those are Bean Team members as they just watched the 4th team member, Lilith Peters, head to the pit lane. Voiced by Jake Lawrence. Keep trading this 14th spot back and forth. Figured we'd go back and take a look while they were running side by side. I've seen my monitor switch this position about 5 times. They're running up on the back of JR Deal in the 9. Just ahead of them, Thomas Green in 12th. A little surprising. See the 3 cars so far back. It's like Reberchuk in the 13s hit the pit lane. Easy for me to say. Looks like Eggman, Therio also on the pit lane. So they dropped down the running order. Asherbranner down the pit lane, as was Blake McClung in the 5. You definitely lose a lap pitting under green here. Here comes race leader Lucas Hoitzma to the pit lane, handing the race lead to Jarrett Talmadge as he leads the lap for a bonus point. Mike Edwards, Justin Horton still out. Cody Cleaver on the pit lane. Evan Clapper on the pit lane. Nathan Harper, Jay Richter, Thomas Green, Dave Hoitzma, and Jeremy Scherer all on the pit lane. Get our driver chat back in here.
85.
Scott Elston currently 6th. It's like Talmadge race leader coming. Mike Edwards also down the pit lane. Justin Horton. Big slide. Horton may have picked up a speeding penalty there. JR Deal onto the pit lane. Jake Lawrence. Scott Elston. Daniel Llewellyn. So that is the completion of the green flag cycle. Everyone else pitting on lap 31. Watch everyone on pit lane. Who is out on track leading the cars that have already pitted? Lucas Hoitzma. Lucas has 2 seconds over Cody Cleaver. We'll see where Jarrett Talmadge shakes out. Looks like Talmadge just now coming off the pit lane. Hoitzma should steamroll right on by. There goes Lucas Hoitzma out to the lead. Talmadge drifting back as Hoitzma smoked him on the pit lane. Actual time in the pit lane, Hoitzma gained 1.1 seconds over Talmadge. Then you factor in the getting into the pits and the getting up to the speed laps. Hoytsma picked up quite a bit of ground over Talmadge. Over 3 seconds. As Peters and Cleaver both get by Talmadge, move up to second and third respectively. Peters maybe falling back now that the rest of the field is pit. Has already lost about 3/10 on her tires. It's pitted 7 laps ago. Just joined us, green since the start. And a few single car incidents that have not triggered a caution. Weissman leads over Cody Cleaver, Lilith Peters, Jarrett Talmadge now back to 4th, Mike Edwards 5th, Clapper 6th, Nathan Harper 7th, Justin Horton in the 8th spot, Jeremy Eggman 9th, Peter Theriot your top 10. Here comes Thomas Green in the 3, Blake McClung the 5, Jay Richter in the 0-2, J.R. Deal the Weed Man, Mr. Outlaw in 14th, Jake Lawrence 15th, Dave Hoisman 16th, Jeremy Scherer 17th, Scott Elston 18th, Daniel Wallen in 19th, Dan Reberchuk 20th, Ethan Evers 2 laps down in 21st as he's been to the pit lane a couple of times. Will Asherbrenner on the inside battling for position. Asherbrenner takes it over. Asherbrenner's 21st, 2 laps down. Weissman's lead 1.9 over Cody Cleaver. Cleaver trying to chase him down. Peters 3rd. 10 laps already on Peters' equipment. Looking for some battles now. And Clapper behind Mike Edwards, the 14 and 44. Theriot and Thomas Green. And that's about it. Ethan Evers up high, out of the way. To watch Green trying to find a way past Peter Theriot. See if we can go on board with the number 3, although Jarrett Talmadge, Lilith Peters are battling for the 2nd spot right now. 3rd spot, excuse me. Jarrett Talmadge trying to recover from a not so hot pit stop. Almost up in 2nd before the stops. Looks like even though we saw a lot of cars locking up to enter the pit lane right at the yellow cone, the only driver it looked like they may have picked up a penalty be Will Asherbrenner, 55 second stop for the 2016. Hoytsma well out in front, 1.8 the lead over Cody Cleaver. Cleaver sees Jarrett Talmadge getting bigger in his mirror. Let's watch all this from the 01 car. Talmadge trying to make the move on Cleaver. So Cleaver let him go, got back to the bottom. Here's Talmadge up to 2nd. Talmadge trying to close the gap to Lucas Hoysma. It's right on his back bumper to start that pit cycle, but now finds himself over 2 seconds back. Cleaver in third, Peters fourth, Mike Edwards top 5. We have Evan Clapper, Nathan Harper, Justin Horton, Jeremy Eggman, and Thomas Green. Ten laps from halfway. Thomas Green trying to get to the inside of Eggman, not quite close enough. Looks like Jake Richter and Blake McClung are also battling. About 2 seconds behind those guys. Three-car scrap here. Therio, McClung, and Richter. 11th, 12th, 13th. Richter going to try to get inside the 5 of McClung as they come off turn number 4. It's actually really well set up by the O2. Down to the bottom line, painting that white line. Up the hill a little bit. Netcode may have shoved the 5 up the track a bit there.
Go ahead, load, Jared.
Weissman still out in front by 2 seconds over Jarrett Talmadge, who has a second on Cleaver, who has a second on Edwards, then Edwards has a party. It's Peters and Evan Clapper both are right there. 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Thomas is drinking again.
Checking on Thomas Green has Jeremy Eggman. Last 2 cars in the top 10. Quickly closing in on halfway. There's 3 laps till we get there. Give away points to the top 10. Keeps bouncing between this battle and this battle. It's the closest one on track, depending on whether they're accordioned up in the corner or not.
Say hi, Michael.
Only Mike Lino in the race is running 4th. halfway lap. When they get back to the stripe, we'll be handing out 10 points to the leader and 1 point to 10th, sliding linear scale in between. And Hoytsman going to pick up those 10 points. Obviously not a big deal for him. He's here checkers or wreckers. Jarrett Talmadge 9. Cody Cleaver picks up 8. Mike Edwards gets 7. Evan Clapper 6. Nathan Harper will pick up 5 points. Justin Horton 4. Thomas Green 3. Jeremy Eggman 2. And Jay Richter gets the final point for halfway. So the whole first half of the race has been caution free. Lilith Peters back on the pit lane in the 0-1. Down and away for her. 28 laps on that set of tires. With the spin Lilith had, was the first one down last time. Finds herself the first one down again. Currently the second car 1 lap down is Reberchak. First car 1 lap down in 13th. Would keep Peters from getting a lucky dog if the caution came out. 2.6. Hoytsman's extended his lead the past few laps. Klung and Lawrence battle. This is for 13th. The yellow and the pink machines. Lilith Peters right behind him on fresh tires. We'll see what difference that makes. Yes, sir, Mr. Veros. Oh my gosh. McClung into Peters. Peters going into the inside wall. Looks like the front bumper shoved in, lost a quarter panel. Car is off the racing surface and takes a tow. And that will keep the caution from coming out.
Sorry to whoever got the bad end of that.
That will be Lilith
My
Peters.
apologies.
Jay Richter brings the O2 down the pit lane.
Pitting in this time.
Hitting this time.
A lot of other folks coming this time. Jerry Scherer on the pit lane. Luke is still on track. Peter Therio, Blake McClung joined the pit lane party. Tyson's going to stay out another lap. Talmadge and Cleaver the same. Edwards stays out. Clapper, Harper, Horton, Green, Eggman, JR Deal, Jake Lawrence, Elston and the wall and all staying out.
14 pit.
Reber shot
95 pitting.
13 pits. Lucas stays out. Edwards pits from 4th. Gets it wowed down right at the yellow cone. Eggman in the 95 Toyota follows suit. That'll leave us 11 cars left to pit. Judging by the numbers, should be one more stop. I don't think anybody can make it from here. Race leader Lucas Hoytsma on the pit lane. Jarrett Talmadge from 2nd on the pit lane. Evan Clapper, Nathan Harper, Thomas Green, all visiting their pit stalls.
26 pitting.
Cody Cleaver in the deuce out in front of the field. It's getting the 2 woed up, coming to pit lane. Horton. It's like he's trying to get to the pit lane. Quite a wide entry. And Horton to the pit lane. Jake Lawrence, 68. Staying out on track. Cody Cleaver beat him to the timing line, but Jake Lawrence now takes over the lead. We'll see if he can get a lap led. Everybody else has hit the pit lane. So Jake Lawrence, the last car needing to take a pit stop. 68's wheel went down. Went 31 laps both times. Lawrence completes the pit cycle. See if he beats Lucas Heusma to the timing line. Important for that extra bonus point. And yes, he will. He beats Lucas Heusma to the start-finish line. Jake Lawrence picks up a lap lead. Lucas resumes the lead of the race. Golden Boy not in a gold car tonight. A little confusing. Talmadge second. 4 seconds now behind Lucas Heusma. Heusma gained an extra 4/10 on the pit lane. Time in box was identical. Cody Cleaver rides in third. Then Evan Clapper, Mike Edwards, Nathan Harper, Thomas Green, Jeremy Eggman, Jay Richter, and Justin Horton. For those Lilith Peters fans, the 0-1 team had to retire from the race, so the 0-1 will finish 22nd. '16 still in a lead lap. Jeremy Scherer, the last of those. About 6 seconds ahead of the leader. You have Daniel Llewellyn, first car, a lap down. Rieberchuk, also a lap down. Evers, 2 laps down. Will Asherbrenner, 2 laps down. Richter and Eggman, this is for the 8th position. Just ahead of Justin Horton in 10th. Yotu, Richter had a bit of a bobble there. Able to hang on to it. Oh, a little bit of contact there. Eggman gave him an opportunity to save it. All 3 of these cars are stuck behind the lap machine, the 13. Rieberchuk, I think that was him saying he's going to stay high. We'll go 3 wide briefly. Horton pushing Eggman up the track a bit. Horton takes over 9th. Eggman back to 10th. Mike Edwards, Evan Clapper, 4th and 5th. So this 3-car scrap, 8th, 9th, and 10th going on as well. Heusma 1.2, 1.1-ish ahead of Cody Cleaver.
Thank you, Ethan. Yes, sir.
My bad, that was the gap from Talmadge to Cleaver. Lucas has 3.6 over Talmadge. Green 6th to start. Scott Elston in the 85 car, the Eagles Chevrolet, has retired from the race. He'll finish 21st. And now the rest of your racers will be on your main screen. So those 2 will be the 2 off the screen. It's like Horton getting past Richter. Eggman may join him. They work together to pass the 0-2 of Jay Richter. Now Horton up to 8th. Eggman is 9th. Richter is losing 2 spots to 10th. Dave Heusma. There's the 5 of McClung. And a little bit further, the black and blue Mustang of J.R. Deal, the Outlaw. Lucas Heusma leads the nice lap, and on to lap 70 he goes. CTC schedule ended last week, so he's here enjoying his time off. Getting a cup start. 3.4 the gap over Talmadge. Cleaver another second and a half back. Evan Clapper and Mike Edwards another second and a half back of Cleaver. It's a battle for fourth. One of the closest on track, aside from that 8th, 9th, and 10th battle we were watching. Heard a big lift there from Richter, so he didn't get into the fence. Cost him a little bit of time. Freshest tires belong to Jake Lawrence in 15th. Edwards trying to gain on the 44, Evan Clapper.
Really, man.
Blake McClung upset about this. Watch what happens between the 5 and the 9. It's like McClung comes down into the 9's door, then says really man to the 9. One more time to make sure I'm not saying things. JR is right at the seam, comes up a tiny bit. McClung comes down a tiny bit. They meet in the middle. Two cars going for the same piece of real estate. Usually doesn't work out for the car on the top side. That is what that really man was about. McClung now 14th. Lost about a second and a half from that. Car Ethan Evers, 29 laps on his run, hits the pit lane. Been a tough night for Ethan. Had that incident where the yellow didn't come out. Been trying to play catch up ever since. Looks like we're about another 10 laps or so away from drivers having to pit. Now whether they go that far or they decide to break up these last two stints in half. Somebody tries a short pit and would basically pit right around now if they were going for that. All kinds of strategy to be played. We'll see who goes which way. Green since the start. 77 laps and counting. Now 78. Twice when it hits the stripe. Jeremy Scherer in the Lions car. Lucas will be happy to put him a lap down. Lucas is a Bears fan. No doubt got to be fun to put division rivals down a lap. $15 still in the lead lap. Blake McClung, the last car on the lead lap. Got about 6 seconds ahead of the leader ish. Danny! I don't think Jay Spark streams, but there he is in the O2. Cave RP machine. Hanging out in 10th, beating Mr. Outlaw. Outlaw's back here. I got cars out there. This 14's my car. You'll see the Cave RP logo behind his rear tire. See it right there? That's one of mine. Jay Richter's in one of mine. There is a pink one, but it's not one of mine. Not in this race. I'm gonna make Jay a pink one. Don't worry. We'll get him. We'll get him a Brittany's car. But here you go. Here's a pink race car. Jake Lawrence out there. He's been in the city before. Formerly known as Rocco. Pit stops kicking off once again. Should be our final stops. Cody Cleaver, the 2. Jay Richter, the 0-2. Those cars teammates. Both hitting the pit lane. Very slowly into his box for the 0-2. He did not want to overshoot it. Hoytsman still leads by 4.5 seconds over Talmadge. We have not had a single yellow flag. Had a few incidents. No yellows. Talmadge strong second. It's like Nathan Harper, Justin Horton both hit the pit lane. I'm sure some drivers will stay out and pray for a caution. We haven't had one all race long. Seems like a tough order to get one of them cautions. The result of all this green flag running, the field's fairly well spread out. Daniel Wallen stays out. Dave Hoytsman hits the pit lane. I think Mike Edwards is peeling off. 14 hits the pit lane. Don't worry, guys. We'll have a Brittany's truck for tomorrow. Oh my gosh, the caution. The caution, Harper. What has happened? Our first caution of the race. 20 to go. It's going to trap several cars a lap down. Make some people quite angry. Harper absolutely loses it on the front stretch. What was that? Back end steps around, sound like he came out of the throttle, and around it went. Harper, self-spin, coming out of turn number 4, brings out the race's first caution. That leaves only 6 cars from lead lap. Lucas Hoytsman to the pit lane. Jarrett Talmadge's car has disappeared. Evan Clapper had not pit yet. Thomas Green. Jeremy Eggman, Peter Therio.
Yellow. I let JR by. I don't know why I gave it to you. Thank you.
JR Deal puts on the first lap with the lead lap cars. We'll have a bunch of cars trying to take the wave around as a result of when that caution came out. Wallen looks like he got the lucky dog. He's going to be going on around already. The rest of the cars have to wait. Jeremy Scher, Mike Edwards, Justin Horton, Dave Hoytsman, Jake Lawrence. They're all ahead of the race leader. Jeremy Scher, he's got to be coming to pit road soon. It's been 30 laps out there for that 15 machine. No way he can take a wave around, but he can try, I guess. Hope for a quick caution. He is just about out of gas. 30 laps would be a hell of a gamble to try and take the wave around. Basically, be hoping for a restart caution. Yeah, he's going to come on down. No way he could stay out. Jared Talmadge's car has disappeared from the race. Unfortunate. He was running second. Finally got an opportunity to make up the ground. He was down to Lucas Heusman.
Can we lock it up to the pace car?
Everybody ahead of Lucas going to try to take a wave around. Looks like a lot of cars were trapped. Could not take a wave around. So Lucas just goes driving by everybody.
Is there no wave around?
Yeah, we didn't get a wave around. They pitted and I have to go to the rear.
There should have been wave arounds there, because there were a lot of cars ahead of Lucas when Lucas came off the pit lane. At least all the way back to Edwards. I don't know about the rest, but I know for sure. Because JR came down the pit lane. So it can't be JR. But maybe Dave, Justin, Mike. I think all those should be getting a wave around.
Whatever just happened.
Fuck, this is bullshit.
I agree. That was a great time to tune in.
Oh,
What the fuck just happened?
I think a bunch of cars didn't get the wave around that should have. Because there
Yeah,
were
me
several
and
cars
Michael
ahead of
didn't
Lucas.
Get our wave around.
Yeah, I was one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, all three of us were.
You should just wave
Oh,
around
wait.
everybody. Extend the caution, wave around everybody that should be waved around.
Yeah, because
Is-
only me and the 5 got it.
I don't know who those people are.
Sure you do.
Do a trust thing and review
JR
that.
Deal. Well, JR Deal is the only one that pit. So everyone ahead of him would be a wave around.
Should have gone around. Just go around. And
Go delay it. Go delay the caution now.
Delay it, yeah.
We're gonna have to delay. We're gonna get nowhere near to the back.
Need me to do it? Alright.
I took a wave.
One sec, I can fix this.
That was awfully weird.
Yeah, it's very strange of iRacing not to wave everybody around. That was clearly in front of the leader. It looks like you guys got it squared away, so good job. I'm gonna hop back out.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Well, that's why I went in there. The admin for this series was in that channel, so I figured I'd hop in and see if they were going to get squared away for everybody, and they did. Pretty sure Hoyts was running a Legacy Motorsport font, which is kind of cool. Going to be a lot of cars, as a result, lined up on the inside line. Those wave around cars have to stay to the inside. Is Jake in this race? He is. Currently in 11th. Formerly known as Rocco.
Jake, you want the inside routes, didn't we?
Doesn't it give me the urge to race? Yes and no. It's a mixed bag. Alright, so it took an extra lap to get the field where they're supposed to be. Now everyone is lined up.
It doesn't matter, Rod. You can take the inside. It doesn't matter.
Pace cars headed off. We got 15 laps to decide things here in Las Vegas. entertainment capital of the world, Hoytsville gets a huge jump over Evan Clapper. Clapper kind of caught napping there. Lucas is gone, as is Lucas's closest competitor for most of the race. Jared Talmadge car in the 91 had an issue and disappeared. Talmadge is actually back on track, 1 lap down. No contact between a couple of cars there. Thomas Green. Oh, the 95 gets up into the 3 of Thomas Green. Looked like it was netcode a bit, but also 95 sliding up there. Eggman in 3rd. Thomas Green trying to find a way by. After Harper brought out that caution, bunched everything up, scrambled the running order. Thomas Green returning the favor to the 95, pushing him up the track. They're going to get into the outside wall. This fight is not over yet. Eggman's going to get into him and turn him. Eggman sends the 3 up the track. Somehow Green saves it. Still crashing it. And then bam, Dave Hoytsa right into the back of him. Dave Hoytsa just plowed the back of the 3 car. Thomas Green somehow didn't spin it.
Shouldn't have blocked.
To be fair, in my defense, I did not get any contact from that, so that was probably net code.
Oh, the 5 car goes across the nose of the 14. He's going to hit the wall hard. Around goes Blake McClung. Ethan Evers gets right into the back of him.
For a millisecond, so I came down.
There's not illegal moves unless you like intentionally hit someone, I guess. That's a no-no. Oh my gosh, the 5 car goes across the nose of the 14 thinking he's clear, and he wasn't. Right there, the contact, just the slightest of contact, then turns him back up the track. Goes spinning like a top.
Evan, can you tell me what my damage is?
I guess JR netcoded through him, is all I can say, because it looked like it was right in JR's car. Riding on board with JR. Here goes the 5 car down and then back across. See, he's literally in the car. You can see it. He is inside the race car. I don't have a way to step this, so we're going to have to slow it way down and hit play. Way, way down. Watch how close this is. Here goes the 5. Up to the outside wall. 1/16 may have been a little too slow. We'll go 1/8. Speed it up some. Some, but not much. McClung up into the outside wall. Boom! Gets airborne.
I love a good
Was flying at JR. Look at that. They are literally inside of him. Literally inside of him. Somehow, Outlaw gets nothing. Nothing at all. Hi. How's it going, Jackson? Yeah, that should have been JR's night over. That was not done on purpose, Danny. That was the 5 car trying to block the 14, and it didn't work out for him. That should be JR's car and night done. iRacing's just like, you know, we're going to cheat and let him through. Well, at least he hasn't blamed the track for it yet. I say yet.
Lucas, stop giving us false hope.
Michael, what happened there?
What?
What happened there between you and the 5?
I don't know. He just came down and laps down, cutting in and out, and I'm not lifting. So, yeah.
10-4. Well, around he went. It was a very entertaining time.
Yeah, didn't want to crash him. Almost crashed myself, but I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, well, after Eggman sent the car to the back, you went ahead and one-upped the ante a bit.
Yeah, I was trying to get my spots back. You know, can't do strategy around here. You know, lap moment I pitted, caution came out. So
Every time.
that's yeah, pretty typical. But back up to 6. So as long as
If it makes you feel any better, it was the Cowboys car.
Yeah, always next season.
Alright, bud, good luck.
Thank you.
Mikey is the Cowboys fan, so I had to put that in there. Let's see. Where's JR? Is he hanging out? I'll be damned. He is not hanging out. We have Jeremy Sher, Jake Lawrence, Becca Pierce, Rowdy, and Ranchi. No JR in the 10-10 hangout. Sorry, Corey, can't talk to your brother. Is Lucas hanging out? Nope, can't talk to the race leader. It's like nobody wants to be interviewed. Now the lights are on the pace car. Don't we have time to interview anybody? Race leader Lucas Hoisma chosen bottom for the restart. Field works their way down the backstretch. Be 8 to go when we get our restart. Here, Jarrett Talmadge very unhappy about his disconnect that put him a lap down. He got the wave around. Now he's back on the lead lap. Last car on the lead lap in 11th. So keep an eye on Talmadge. He's been Lucas Hoisma's best competition so far. Lucas down and away, gone again. A little bit better job this time by Therio. Edwards giving a bump to Clapper, then gets to the inside. Edwards trying to take away fourth. Set his sights on Eggman. Eggman and Edwards across the line side by side for third. Hoytsma already 3/10 out to the lead. Eggman kind of pitches Mikey down. Mikey off the accelerator. That battle settles down. We'll go back a couple spots. Watch the 9 and 44. JR deal Evan Clapper. Clapper going the wrong way here. See the Jake Lawrence machine right in there in 8. Daniel Llewellyn up in the top 10 along with Dave Hoytsma. Could have Daddy Dave and Lucas both in the top 10. Watching Outlaw battle Evan Clapper for that 6th position. The lap's winding down. 5 laps to go from Las Vegas. Outlaw fighting hard for that 6th spot. Alcine gets such good momentum off the corner. Inside's the shorter way around. Evan Clapper clears down in front of Outlaw. Holds on to 6 for the moment. Llewellyn and Lawrence. Oh, 91 and the 13 get together. 13 saves the first one, saves the second one. Reaper Chalk's had a couple of good saves. Then he's trying to save the third one now. Man, oh man. Reaper Chalk, great job hanging on to the race car. He'll fall back to 15th. Last car, 1 lap down. Hoytsma out front, clicks off another lap. 3 to go. Therio Edwards has gotten by Jeremy Eggman. Didn't see how that happened as we were watching the other car. Reaper Chalk saving his race car a couple of times. Thomas Green, 4 laps down's out in this mix. Mike Edwards battling for second. 2 laps to go, trying to get past Peter Therio. White flag in the air for Lucas Hoytsma. Final lap from Las Vegas tonight. The Fleet 911FleetServices.com Cup Series. Lucas Hoytsma well out in front, but the battle is on for second. They're 3 and 4 wide back there in the back. JR Deal getting passed by everybody. Deal's falling to the last car on the lead lap. Edwards fighting Therio hard as they come off turn number 4. If this was for the race win, that'd be amazing. Hoytsma gets the win. Therio brings it home second. Edwards third. Jeremy Eggman gets fourth. Justin Horton fifth. Jarrett Talmadge sixth. Jake Lawrence seventh. Dave Hoytsma eighth. Daniel Llewellyn ninth. And Evan Clapper last car in the top 10. Hoytsma, moonlighting in the Cup Series tonight, picks up the win. Great job, too, Lucas Hoytsma. Right, Danny? This is exciting stuff. It's so much fun to watch. You should have seen the finishes we've had Monday and Tuesday nights. Those finishes were crazy. Like this one, Lucas kind of ran away with. Those 2 finishes the last 2 nights were insane. Johnny Outlaw, our 11th place finisher with the raid. Appreciate you, my guy. Welcome on in, everyone. So we watch Hoytsma burn it down. Looks like he has joined the Low Drag channel. We can go pick him up as long as he knows his mic is muted. There he is.
Oh, well, okay, you can hear me in here. All right.
Yes, I can hear you in here. How's it going?
I had major force feedback issues at the end of this race. I don't know what's going on. Wheel was trying to turn me into the wall in the corners, so that cannot be good. But hey, we got it done. I was able to fight through it. That was rough, though.
Yeah, I mean, in the end of the day, it's just going to look like one of those another Lucas Hoytsma wins. But apparently, you had to work for this one.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this thing, but that was it was a typical Vegas race. I think we went green for a long time and then had that late caution, but didn't really end in a kind of a wreck fest. It was just kind of a few incidents here and there.
Not up front.
It was a great race.
In the back, it was a mess.
Yeah, I saw somebody hit the outside wall pretty hard. I think that was a Pennzoil car.
Yeah, and JR Deal went from like 5th to 11th in the last lap.
I'll have the people involved in that one in my thoughts and prayers.
It's nasty, huh?
Yeah.
It looked like McClung finished 19th out of the race after the contact with Edwards. So how was it for you? It looked like it was smooth sailing most of the night. Didn't really have a whole lot of trouble. Your closest competitor ended up getting a disconnection in there.
Yeah. I don't know. I felt like Talmadge was really fast there, and then I feel like everybody had the speed. It was just kind of the long run. I don't think anybody expected it to go that long green, and the way it did, and the tires just kind of worked out for me. Cleaver was running really well too. He was holding me off well, but like I said, I don't know if the tires or what. Plus, at the start of the race, it was a lot better for me because my wheel was working. So I think if things had gone a little differently there at the end, I probably wouldn't have been able to fight too hard. But luckily, it worked.
What?
Fair enough. Congrats on the win, and your dad picking up a top 10 finish, finishing 8th there. So good night in the Hoytsma household, even with all the yelling in the background.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on back there, but yeah, it was a good night for us.
Well, I'll let you get on out here and figure it out, bud. Good luck. You got those friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs real quick?
Oh, yeah, just you and everybody who puts the series on, and, Fleet. This is my first race this season, so I'm new to all the driving in here, but it was a good time tonight, everybody who drove.
All right, congrats on the win, and we'll see you maybe next week.
Yes, sir. See you.
Lucas Hoytsma in the 97 picking up the win tonight. Let's go track down second place finisher Peter Therio, as they had a great finish to the line with Mike Edwards. We're going to jump back, try to find his car on track real quick. I'm sure it'll be in here somewheres, probably around theirs. And we'll go with slow-mo there and bring in Peter Therio. Peter, DG in the booth, you got a copy?
I got you.
Well, a thrilling finish for the P2 spot. You're able to just edge ahead of Mike Edwards at the line. How was it out there, and how did you get that second place tonight?
Oh, I drove terrible all night. That caution saved me. I did not deserve this podium at all. I was talking to Michael. He said he didn't see me the whole race, and I don't blame him. So I did. He probably didn't even know I was in the field tonight. I just was not fast. Just kind of, it was tire saving, and I suck at tire saving. So it was my Achilles heel there, and but thank God for that caution. Me and my teammate Jeremy, we both got saved by that caution there, and if it came out one lap later, I'd be in the pits. So thank goodness it came out when it did. Man, that was one hell of a drive there at the end. I was telling him that I think if if he caught me a little earlier, I would have pushed him up to Lucas, but he caught me with like 2 laps to go, 2.5, and at that point we weren't going to catch him, so I just raced it out with him. But man, it sucks that when Lucas comes back is when I finish second to him.
Right? And you're like, if Lucas wasn't here, I would have won this race.
Oh, you bet I'm feeling that right now.
All right, bud. Well, congrats on that P2 run tonight. Got those friends, family, and sponsor shoutouts.
Yeah, gotta thank Team Naveen team. Lilith, she got in a wreck earlier, which is unfortunate, but luckily she is the only one of us that is safe. So, that is unfortunate that her night ended like that, but luckily she's safe in the playoffs. I gotta thank Jeremy and Justin. Both of them ran really good tonight, better than I did. I gotta thank you for broadcasting and putting all this on. You do a great job, and I gotta thank Ethan Evers for running this league the way he does, because it's very fun to race in.
TN4, congrats on that strong run tonight, and we'll see you in the next one, my friend.
Thank you.
Raph, thanks so much for that 5 bomb, by the way. Appreciate you, my friend, as we get Mike Edwards up into the booth. Michael, DG, you got a copy? Hello.
Hi.
There he is. I thought maybe you had disappeared to go do some, I don't know, Shrekking or something.
Some Shrekking.
I don't even know what that means, but it sounds cool, right?
Kinky.
Let's go Shrekking.
Do it.
Michael Hedwards, what is that about?
Edwards. Oh, I closed out stream. Who's talking shit?
That would be J Spark.
J-Spark.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Well, we're at home P3 tonight. Had a rebound after that caution caught you out in a bad spot, and still all the way back up to the 3rd spot, and just a whisker's hair away from 2nd. Tell me about that finish, first of all, and then tell me about your rebound from the night.
Yeah, I thought I had him there. He raced me clean. I didn't want to drive through him like I did everybody else tonight. I thought being able to cut down there at the start finish, I'd be able to edge him out, but he barely edged me out. So I'll take a top 3 considering one lap down. Yeah, that was a. Lucas is too good at Vegas. I'm tired of losing to him at this track.
Didn't you wish he would have pit and then the caution came out?
Yeah, but you can't win them all.
Right. Well,
Unless you're Lucas, but
Lucas is very, very good for a reason. You know, it's not always luck.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You got the friends, family, sponsor shoutouts for this week, and when are you getting in Cave City?
I don't know. Good question. Trying to get Ethan in here, but you know he'd rather do other things.
You can
Fort
message me at
Spring
any time,
running-
you know.
Yeah, you've been playing a lot lately.
Mm-hmm.
Low gains, Fort Screen putting Liver 12, EPI, KFRP, Dockside Rides, Autism Awareness, Ethan for putting this on. I think that's
Fleet.
about it. All the teammates. Did I? I said EPI, yeah.
Fleet.
Close enough.
Fleet, not elite.
yeah. Fleet, yeah, there we go. Them, yeah, Fleet.
Cup Series sponsor. Put them in their place.
Sleep, yeah, that's.
Eat, sleep, rave, repeat. We got it.
Yeah, there you go.
I guess we could change rave to race. Eat, sleep, race, repeat.
Yeah, then beat. Never mind.
Let's not.
Yeah, let's not do that.
It's a family program.
Yeah.
It's a fucking family program. We can't have all that.
Wow. Very inappropriate.
Congrats on that 3rd place finish. How we feeling about it next week?
Where we at next week?
You expecting me to know?
I got it.
I put it on the screen. Let's see what we got. Charlotte. Oh.
Well, Charlotte, yeah, one of my best tracks, and then you got Daytona. Okay, yeah. I think every track left in the cup is I have a high chance of being able to do very well.
Should we tell everyone what happens at Charlotte when you and I are in cup cars?
I think let's save that for another day.
All right, we'll save it for next week.
Yeah. And how costly, I guess you could say it is.
All right, bud. Congrats on that P3 finish. Get on out of here. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and we'll see you tomorrow in the trucks.
Yep, have a good night.
Good night, bye.
Bye.
Mike Edwards bringing it home in P3 tonight. Always have fun with Mikey. Let's check out our finishing running order from tonight. Obviously, Lucas gets the win. Peter Therio 2nd. Mike Edwards in 3rd. Jerry Eggman and Justin Horton hang on for top 5s. Jarrett Talmadge, Jake Lawrence, Dave Hoytsma, Daniel Lawal, and Evan Clapper in the top 10. And you have J.R. Deal 11th, Cody Cleaver 12th, Jay Richter, Jeremy Scherer, Dan Reberchuk, Nathan Harper, Will Asherbrander, Thomas Green, Blake McClung, and Ethan Evers, the top 20. And then our final 2, Scott Elston and Lilith Peters, having quite a lot of trouble on the night. Those 2 finished 21st and 22nd. Let's go ahead and let you know this has been iRacing.com. You can go over there, pick up this track, these cars, come race with us. We'd love to have you be part of our community. Check out dgsracing.com. Click that big ragged snake. That'll get you to our Discord, and you can sign up to run any of our 9 different series. We have no limits on your I rating, so it doesn't matter if you're a 100 or a 10,000. You are welcome to race with us. Come on over, check it out, dgsracing.com. All right, let's get the sponsor bills paid, and we can get on out of here and enjoy the rest of our Wednesday. 911 Fleet Services put on this cup race you just watched. Cave City Roleplay will put on our Truck Series race tomorrow night. It's going to be a good time over there. We'll make sure we'll have some businesses represented from the city. Fort Worth Screen Printing does our Tuesday night Xfinity Series Friday, FSM Customs does the IMSA Series race, and also Friday, Golden Eagle Syrup does our Super Speedway Series. Always a good finish over there. Light of My Life Candles gives away a candle every Tuesday during the Xfinity race. You want to win yourself a free candle? Come on by. M9 Performance does our Late Night Tuesday modified setups. And then you have the Sneed Tombstone Game Farm puts on our Sunday Street Stock Series. Spit Venom Podcast does our Arkham Monday series, and then 1023 Graphics does our Dirt Street Stocks on Tuesday. Thank you all so much for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you. If you're ever on YouTube, don't forget to do the like, subscribe, notifications, all that good stuff that helps us out tremendously with the viewerships. Thank you all once again. Have a great night, and bye-bye.